Part two, that was a timer that I had, which I had set. You know how I roll with timers. Okay, so I'm not clear to go when I hear these major incidences to go investigating, okay? And this is why. I am okay and clear to say this now. I cannot say on the internet how many times I witnessed this, what I'm going to say in the part two of the video. But I did witness it multiple times, and there was no mistake what I was witnessing. I was right above the incident, so I heard it and was very clear on what was going on. Some things are pretty easy to tell what's happening. So when you hear in this terracel, very often when you hear loud crashing, booming, you often just, you can also hear the body rolling and dropping. This is a very common occurrence as well, in combination with the crashing and so on and so forth. And multiple times for quite a long time, I have witnessed, but I wasn't allowed to ever talk about it on the internet until the 22nd of June, around 5 o'clock tonight, year 2024. You'll hear whoever's with the individual who dropped dead or went unconscious. I don't know their vital signs. You'll hear they have shoes on, and you'll hear their clothes. You hear them being drugged down the stairs or into the closets on floor one. It's within about 120 seconds to 60 seconds, sometimes maybe 3 minutes, but no longer than that. Another individual comes and just drags their body off. I've heard this a handful of times. I know that that's happening in here. May I remind the public that there's constant military helicopters just raiding and doing operations over the roofs here. Okay, I think that's need be. I don't need to say anymore. So I've witnessed that. I've witnessed everything in here that a person can possibly witness, except I haven't seen a lot of things. I've kept myself from visually witnessing a good deal of things, which is also what has kept me safe. I'm glad I did that. So the person will drop. They're really evil. There's been all kinds of Ukrainian creeps in here. Every sort of neo-Nazi and Muslim terrorist that you can pick on the planet has been in here, dude. This is their sanctuary that's protected by the White House. So, and when they fall and drop, whether they're unconscious or dead, I don't know, they drag, and it goes, the sound goes like this for this long. So I can hear the closets, and I can also hear the stairs where I'm standing because I'm right over them. So I know where they went. They drag them. It's either the kitchens or the closets. I'm not going to start telling the generals I know exactly where, because I know I'd have to see it. And there's surveillance in here. The generals know what's going on in here better than I do. And they're equipped for that, okay? I'm not equipped to be seeing and knowing by name and everything, every last detail. It's really good that I did not know that. But I witnessed enough. So they drag them downstairs, and they're really quiet, try to be really quiet on their way down with a fucking dead body or an unconscious person. They go down the stairs to the basement. So when I was just out there now, around 5:10 tonight, I didn't hear, but I mean, it took me a minute or two to get out of the door. They could have dragged that body off. It's really gruesome in here. The dead body is no longer in my hallway. So, I mean, this is self-evident. It's really gruesome in here. They're hauling and moving dead bodies around here like it's going out of style. And that dead body that I detected is no longer there, but instead what has replaced it is a chemical stench from hell below. And it is so strong out there. That's all you really notice is you don't hear any bodies being drugged with their shoes and everything dragging on the there's all this stuff on the ground downstairs on the hardwood floors. There's all this dirt and little pebbles. You hear it, dude. They hear I can't with my breath role play how long the drags go for, but that's what I wanted to do. And I just said a few statements ago that I wanted to show through what I just did now by going, but you can't, because sometimes they drag them pretty far. You can't do it with one breath. It's really fucking gory in here, okay? And they've been doing this for too long down the street from the White House, in front of me, man. And in front of actual military personnel with helicopters and access to military bases. I can't just drive myself into a base. I'm sure maybe now I could say hi to some of the officers, but they would know me, I'm with them. But I can't just drive in. They can't let me just drive on in. And that's who's flying over the house and who I know is protecting my life in here is actual military staff. And I'm clear to say that that's just been going on a long time with the dragging of dead bodies. You hear it. It's really horrible. And that's one reason why my motor skills and my recall and of words. And so when you see that they're knocking, the police are always in here, and how they're knocking, it's extremely atrocious with what I and the military know takes place in here. And to have a gang of North Africans with their white cops knocking on my door, hauling me off, putting me under arrest, it's clear what they're doing, okay? They're trying to arrest the witness to protect Biden and to protect Donald Trump. Yeah. From being arrested. And when they're arrested, there goes Kamala. There goes everybody. So it would make sense why and how Nikki Haley ends up taking power briefly. Yeah. It's either arrest or it's sudden illnesses. Donald ends up with a toe tag. But it's really serious. All of Donald's friends, Bannon and Stone and all these men that have destroyed my life, they go with Donald, dude. Flynn, oh, forget it. The U.S. military, who he personally attacked, whew, Flynn, good luck to you. Good luck to you, Flynn. Flynn tried to set up all these military officials to be attacked with Donald Trump. And ever since then, they've done shit like this. So they have a terrorist cell now, Donald Trump and Biden with Flynn. And these type of military people in the United States. So that says a lot, okay? And they give aid to these really creepy neo-Nazis in Europe. And they're just saying, hey, we'll give you missiles. And it's all lies, your newspaper. I mean, I think you know that. And there's a terror cell raging down the street with hovering helicopters. They just won't quit. They don't care. The press and the current government doesn't care, okay? They don't care. So I know that. I'm very clear on that. Okay, so tonight the incident was this boom, boom, boom. I can't even describe how loud it was. I go flying out there, but it takes me at least 2 minutes. I have to get out all these doors and all this crap. Plus, I have to stand there and make sure it's totally safe. And then by the time I get out there, I might miss the body being drugged. And all I could detect was the house was empty. There was no terrorist here. No, nowhere. Nobody was here trying to go on film or any of that. And there was nobody here trying to arrest me. There was just nobody here. So, but there was a big old chemical stench in the hallway that replaced the dead body, which was atrocious. And I could not be in the hallway. It was so stinking and yucky. All right, goodbye.